In this video, I will teach you 7 secrets that most technicians get wrong when charging gas in a refrigerator. And maybe you must be making this mistake and you don't even know why. If you don't want to but have a headache on a gas charge, a soda flow change, and want to succeed forever, watch this video to the end. Because these 7 tips will never go wrong on a load of gas, okay? Then come with me. Borrow for video? Actually, so watch this video, brother. Come with me. Let's go upstairs, guys. All the refrigerator, all the load of gas that you will put in a refrigerator, there is a little secret behind it, and many technicians leaving is because they think they just get there, put the gas in the refrigerator and turn their backs, leave. But it's not like that. If you never learn the correct way, you change the gas of a refrigerator, do a replacement, do a retrofit, or do anything of that kind, you without. He will be a guy who has a problem when you put gas in a refrigerator. So, my friend, come on. From today, you will learn in a correct way to never have this kind of problem again. But first, I want to make you an invitation. I will give you a item. It can be any refrigerator, but these 7 items that I want to deliver to you, which are 7 precious stones, maybe you will need a lot of time to learn this, but I want to advance these items so that you do not suffer when you make a load of gas in a refrigerator. Okay? So everything you learn here, I ask something, write it down that probably the cooling channel system will change from now on. Okay? So most of the content that I will release from now on will be content for those who are members of the channel. So most of the top content will be released to non-members. If you are not a member of the channel, become a member now, because you will miss a lot of tips from this channel here. Most content will not be released for free. Now it's just for who's going to be a member, okay? So guys, here's the thing. The first secret that I want to teach you here, I want you to yourself that you talk, oh, John, I figured it out. Never mind. Listen to everything I'm going to say here for you so you don't break that head, your beauty. The first thing I want to teach you here, folks, the first secret is the secret of time. John, what is this secret of time? Every time you go to make a gas load, you will do a retrofit of an engine and end up changing the filter, doing the cleaning in the system, and making the gas charge. Often you will have doubt. John, it's been 1 hour and the customer's fridge hasn't frozen the food at the top. It's been 2 hours and the fridge isn't freezing. It's been 3 hours, 4 hours, and the fridge hasn't started freezing the bottom and the freezer yet. It's just cooling off. Let me tell you something for you. For the cooling system, it works 100%. He needs some personal time. Even the stores, when you arrive with the unit from a store you just bought, it always talks, wait 24 hours for the unit to stabilize. Why does John have to do this? Because the refrigeration system, it will only turn off the first time when the refrigerator freezes the top and freezes the bottom. So there's no point in thinking you're going to put the gas on. In an hour, the refrigerator will be all cold, all frozen, and the refrigeration system will be working perfectly. Many students, my John asks, put the gas in the customer's refrigerator. Then it took 3 hours. The client is calling me here saying that her refrigerator is not freezing. Guys, the first thing I say to you, when you put the gas load in a refrigerator, explain to the customer, oh, John, how long should I talk to the customer? Always talk 24 hours for refrigerator to freeze 100%. Don't talk 2 hours. Don't talk 4 hours. Don't talk 6 hours. Don't talk 8 hours, 10 hours. Always talk 24 hours. Because until the cooling system works perfectly, it needs personal time. So as long as every freezer isn't freezing perfectly, and the whole refrigerator isn't freezing perfectly, the fridge won't turn off, okay? The tip is not a matter of shutting down, it's a matter of time. Of what? It's a matter of time you wait for the refrigerator to freeze, and freeze within 24 hours, okay? So if I take out this part that I'm talking about, the refrigerator won't turn off, which will be the next topic from Luca. So guys, this one I just told you about, change the gas in a refrigerator every time. Hey my friend, how long will my refrigerator be back? Oh, it's normal again, 24 hours, ma'am. But let me tell you, she will already freeze the freezer, she will start freezing the refrigerator, but if she has 100%, then always say 24 hours. Most technicians don't know this. So that's why I want to give you this tip, okay? The other tip that I want to give you, complimenting these people, is the following. The first shutdown of a refrigerator will take a long time. So, when you go to make a load of gas in a refrigerator, don't wait for the customer to send you a message. My refrigerator won't turn off. Always wait, talk to him. Wait 24 hours because John, but the refrigerator doesn't turn on. It doesn't turn off at 6 o'clock. It doesn't turn off at 8 o'clock. Yes, but often it's not the whole refrigerator. Should be a little longer. Then you will give the person a time. The person will want to hit that exact time. And if a minute passes from that time, they will call you and say, oh, my refrigerator is not turning off. So always tell her, wait 24 hours for your refrigerator to turn off. Because if you don't tell her the correct time or longer, the customer will keep bothering you, and you will. Go through a professional who doesn't understand anything. So this first tip and this second will already be worth your like and your comment there, guys. The third tip that I want to give you is the PSI system. Why, John? Because many times, guys, everything will vary depending on the temperature in the environment. Oh, you see here my refrigerator, it's working, but it's more or less here in a PSI here. Oh, you see in a PSI my refrigerator, what happens? Often you will put the gas in your refrigerator, in the customer's refrigerator, and what's going to happen? You put 5 PSI in here. In a little while you'll look and it'll be a PSI. Then you'll say like this, wow, the customer's refrigerator is with leak. I'm chipped. I'm going to have to open the system all over again. No, no, no. That kind of leak you had to see before. This has nothing to do with it. If you saw that there was no leak, you put 5 PSI in the hour that passes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 24 hours. You look there, he's got a PSI. Probably. Maybe it's not a leak, probably not. Mostly it's the gas he's stabilizing. Guys, he's stabilizing, he's up and running, he's stabilizing. When he arrives in stabilization here, when he needs work, what happens? Often you will put 5. By the time you arrive, it will be a PSI, but not that the refrigerator is low on gas. You will only know if the refrigerator has less gas if it turns off, but rather because it is stabilizing, it is working. So don't think that when you put 5 PSI, 2 PSI will just be stuck in that. Often she will suffer this variation. And often it's not going to be because of a leak. It's going to be because the gas is working in the system, stabilizing until it gets here at PSI, correct? Alright, so this here is our third tip. Be careful with that. Now let's go to the fourth tip. Guys, this one here is not a tip, this one here is a course. Brother, for God's sake, go to the training, learn from those who know. Then I tell you, you're losing the blessing. Then you say, okay, the fourth tip, I think it's the fourth tip, guys, it's the following. Cooling system, giving feedback. What happens? John, I put the gas there by balance, I put the gas here by pressure, by PSI, then what happens? The freezer return system is freezing. Can't freeze, John, can't freeze the return system of a refrigerator. If you freeze the personal return system, what will happen? It will happen that the refrigerator will either not turn off or it will stay working for a long time without turning off. Why? Because her cooling system isn't working perfectly in here. It can't freeze. It has to freeze there in the freezer, which has to go back in steam system, not liquid, to freeze. So if it's coming back in liquid here, it's because it's having excess gas, and if it is, it's having excess personal gas. And forget it, it's going to embarrass you, your client, and the fridge won't shut off. That's why I say, you'll notice like this, John, I put gas in the refrigerator, but the refrigerator won't turn off, man. Is it a thermostat? Then the guy goes in there and changes the thermostat, and it's not. John, I put the gas in the refrigerator and the refrigerator didn't. Don't turn it off. Go change the sensor. And it's not there. By the time he looks here, the return pipe is all frozen. Then the time he sees the stupid thing he did is excess gas in a gas load. Brother, forget the refrigerator. Either it won't turn off or it will take many hours to turn off, which could wear out the engine. Okay, so that's what happens. That's it. So guys, let's get to our fifth tip now. Hence, it is fatal refrigeration. John, just complimenting this, John put the gas load, the refrigerator is not turning off. What do I do, John? Are you running low on gas? Do you have too much gas? What's going on, guys? I'm going to give you 3 important tips. The first tip, the feedback I just told you. If you have feedback, you won't turn it off. The second thing I want to tell you here, if there is a lack of gas, she won't either. Are you going to turn it off? You have to have that much gas, right? Neither more nor less. You understand then the importance of you knowing this information. Never again will you suffer from this. What happens when you overload the cooling system? Forces the compressor to work much longer. And the refrigeration system doesn't work. How much do you put minus what happens? The cooling system did not reach the point in cooling. Ideal for the compressor to turn off, then the refrigerator will do what? It will work a long time without stopping, and you will be thinking, oh, I have to change the thermostat and it's not. I have to change the board and it's not. And the third tip that I want to give you before you change the compressor, guys, often the refrigerator, it already has a thermostat problem. Then you go there and change the refrigerator compressor and think it will turn off. But often the thermostat was already broken and you didn't even realize it. Then you go there, change the compressor, passed in 24 hours, the customer called you, oh, my refrigerator, it hasn't turned off until now. What are you going to have to do? You will have to go there to change the customer's thermostat and often not even charge, because when you went to change the engine, you didn't check, you didn't realize that the thermostat was defective. So this, guys, is the 5th tip of a fatter refrigeration, the 6th personal tip. Every time I have said several times, when you are going to do OA load of gas changes the filter, no use. Oh, John, the engine burned out. I opened the system, no oil came out, no dirt came out. I'm not even going to change the filter, John. I'm just going to weld the pipe here. I'm going to put in the Schreit valve and it's all right. I'm going out for a hug with my money in my pocket. Brother, you have to understand one thing. You're getting paid to do a quality service for the customer, to have durability. When you get that thought, you're already making good money, man. When you think about it, you are already doing something wrong. How do you know that something that is internal is good? Just deducting because it burned out the engine, because the refrigerator is 3 years old, 4 years old. Then you won't change the filter. Then you put the gas load, do the weld here, put the filter is all clogged. What's going on? It will increase the amperage of the compressor and the compressor will go to hell. So the 5th tip that I want to give you, already complementing the other tip, often you will make a load of gas and you will burn the customer's compressor. Why, John? Because you didn't change the filter. That's it. There will start to be obstruction here because the wire is all clogged. Compressor gonna do what, John? It's gonna start shutting down, shutting down, shutting down. Then you will get there and you will condemn the customer's compressor. It's not even the compressor, it's filter clogging because you didn't do the service properly. So what do I say to you? You will want to change the compressor, saying that the compressor has a problem, knowing that the problem was you at the time of the change. Guys, for God's sake, go change a load of gas, change the filter. Don't ever do that again, okay? Change the filter. The 7th personal tip, complementing this, the person goes there, opens the refrigerator system, burned the compressor. I'm not going to clean the system. Then the refrigerator has the pipes, the capillary, everything is full of eyes, then I'm going to change just the filter here. As a result of doing so, the filter will effectively remove all the impurities and dirt, reducing my issues substantially. Installing a larger, more durable filter like the Faustum filter means I won't need frequent cleaning. My improved process will maintain efficiency. Additionally, filling the refrigerator with gas causes the oil-soaked piping to get clogged, affecting the refrigeration system. And it starts pushing all that oil back into the filter. What happens, shit? It happens that the refrigerator starts to stop freezing the bottom because it's starting to clog the filter. It starts what John starts to force the engine because it's clogging the filter. So this is what I say to you. One of the things that burn the engine the most is these things, folks. And seventh, eighth, I don't even know what number it is. But let's go to seventh. It is as follows. Because often my compressor, I spoil the compressor of a refrigerator when changing a load of gas. Why? Because I'll tell everyone here I put on little gas. I left the client's house. The refrigerator will never turn off again. And what's going to happen? The compressor won't last long again. I put a little gas inside the refrigerator. I left. The refrigerator is freezing normally, only there is not enough gas missing to turn off the refrigerator compressor. I left. It's all right. I'm leaving. I got my money. What's going on? The compressor will work 24 hours, 48 hours without stopping. I burned the customer's compressor. Another thing, I didn't clean the system. I pushed all the donkey into the system, even though it's new. What's going to happen? Are you going to burn the compressor again? So what am I going to do? I didn't change the filter, John. I just had a burned engine here. I welded it here. I put a little gas. Everything is fine. It will increase the amperage of the engine. The filter is clogged. It's going to start pushing the engine again. It was over. It ended with the customer's engine. It wasn't even an engine problem. It was a gas problem. But because you didn't do the job properly, what happened? You destroyed the person's engine. John put excess gas that I ended up with the client's refrigerator. The return pipe is freezing. It's pumping liquid back into the compressor. And what's going on? That compressor won't shut down. It will work at high operation. It will heat up too much. It will disarm. And normally it will burn because I put in too much gas. I tell you the smallest details that will make the difference, my brother. The eighth tip, let's give one more tip, then the EFATA refrigeration channel card. We will always deliver more. John, I got there at the client's refrigerator. There was a leak in the high end of the condenser. I isolated the system. I didn't compensate the system here. And I put the stick to do what will happen many times. First thing, the divider at the door will start to sweat. The customer will already complain to you because it will be dripping all the time. Okay? And what will happen? A lot of people go there, guys, that when there's a leak here, oh, they go there and cut it and connect it right here. Oh, and take this condenser out of this little box. And what happens to this little box here? Oh, that has this little condenser here. It heats up so that all the water that enters the reservoir evaporates and doesn't accumulate a lot of water here. So when you take these canals out of here, normally it will overflow this water here because you won't have the condenser heating up here to evaporate all the water. What's going to happen? It will happen that it will overflow. It will happen that the customer tips did you know and which did you not. Tell me which one you didn't know to me. Just leave it in the comment if I added you in some area of your life here. One of these tips, of the 8 tips I gave you, which one you didn't know, leave it in the comment and I will read a comment and I will respond to you later. That's it, Honda guys. It's Fatar with another super production for our